Hey everyone, it's Imran. Hope you're okay. Bit of a weird morning, really. I think my cat is probably got, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to live, which is upsetting. But son's at school. He ain't gonna be happy if he comes home and our cat Strider's passed on. But we knew it was coming, and in a way, we've had prep for it because our other cat Storm died in January, which came as a bit of a shock because it just happened. Like we could see her deteriorate over 4 days, but then it just happened, and we were all a little bit like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Wow. But we're a bit more prepped. Hey, Pickstar, hey, B Informatica. So I've spent a bit this morning. Just quickly recorded 2 quick videos. Spent time with my cat. Quite a lot. Just sat with him. But yeah, it's sad to see him in that state. Hey, Mackie Angeles, have I spoken to you before? And in a weird way, inside I'm upset, but by doing the live chats, by getting on with by getting on with things and all of that, it kind of I'm not saying it allows me to forget, but it allows me to just pick myself up. No, my cat's he's close, Pickstar. He's close. Oh yes, I did wonder if I recognised the name Angeles. It does ring a bell. That. No, he's close, Pickstar. I reckon he's got 2 or 3 hours. There are certain signs. There are certain things I look out for now because I noticed it with my first cat. So, deterioration, struggling to walk yesterday. Today, just lying mainly still, starting to shake a bit kind of thing. And that's a clear sign, so I've put a blanket. He's on a blanket, there's a blanket around him and over him to keep him warm. But yeah, so I've been having a bit of a think about, should I ever one day organise like an event? The trouble is, though, I'm thinking about a personal, like not a virtual event, but a physical event. So I might go to a venue in England somewhere and just do something. And I'm just having a think. I'm just having a bit of a crazy think about, should I do something? Should I try and organise something? Around Elementor and WordPress and all of that. I hope a lot of you have seen the new video that we put out today, which was about pricing your website. I think it's one of our really good, better videos because I've done it as methodical as I could about how can you use your client's background and understand their business better to help price up your proposals. Because it's really easy to say, yeah, I charge $1,000 for a website. But would you charge $1,000 for a website if the website was now going to be for like a big multi-million-pound business? Probably not, right? To be honest, Pickstar, I can't see the cat. He's like in the other room, and I feel like he's on he's close. He's close to going out now. So after the live chat, we'll see how he is. But yeah, thanks for saying that. Hey, George, by the way, sorry, I was getting a link for a video there. So by the way, please do make sure you watch the video about how to price up your jobs and all of that. If you haven't seen it already, I think it's a pretty good damn video, if I say so. I mean, I would say that, wouldn't I? I would say, hey, it's a good video, but I think it's a pretty good video, what we did. Just checking the lights there. Taz, how many people work for the Web Squadron brand? There are 2. But we do have a network of resources and a team. And I will say that even though some of the people on this live chat are not employed by Web Squadron, I feel like all of you are part of the Web Squadron brand, believe it or not, which you might not all agree or appreciate. But George, Pickstar, Jimmy, Brian, so many people have helped spread the word, the good word. You have spread the word, about Web Squadron, but you have helped us all feel, and I have got support of some of the people on here sometimes, and I cannot thank all of you so much. Chilster, Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chillsters, though, if I'm, the live chats, what I would say about the live chats, yeah, is that, what I would say about the live chats is, they are just general live chats. Hey, Peter, hey, Gene, hey, Brian, did I say hey to Brian? I don't know if I did or not. But what I would say about, we flip and spread Uranus, don't we? It's spread out all over the place. Back to what Taz says, yeah, it is. When people start advertising on Facebook that we can build your website for $50, it puts us, we are already on the defensive almost. Because the minute we go to a client and go, yeah, your website's going to cost $1,500, they straight away go, whoa, that is like 10 times what I thought I would pay. And the reason they think that is because, sorry, I've just got to shut this door here because of the echo. Sorry, just slide that door shut. We're on the defensive, aren't we? But then it's, like I said in that video, this is where we have to demonstrate what can we do and give them real life stories about people who went cheap, got cheap, and they were cheaped out of a good product, okay? Hey Jimmy, great to have you here. Yeah, thanks Jimmy. I mean, he's I think honestly Jimmy, I think he's got a couple of hours to go. He's got the shakes now, and that's a really bad sign. That's a really bad sign. Just back to Chillster. By the way, Chillster, you did make a really good point about too many live chats. I totally get that and respect that, by the way. You're allowed to say that, okay? The live chats, though, are very random in terms of what we talk about, honestly. And I can tell you now, you're not missing anything. If none of you come here again, when you just pop in every now and again, you're not missing anything. This is like a chill out zone to get things off your chest, to bat ideas amongst people, to try and get some rapid answers or a viewpoint on something, to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes we do a live review of a website, the page speed or how it's looking. So when it comes to what I would call clinical knowledge, the live chats are not clinical knowledge. Seriously, the live chats are like, I mean, look, right now, the mascot for the live chat is Uranus. The planet, not Uranus, I mean the planet Uranus, right? That is the thing. Right, just checking the comments here. Peter, we messed up. Is it totally... Oh, sorry, we messed up. What's that? Is it totally easy to rounding the icon list in bricks? Is it totally easy to round the icon list in bricks? Yes, as long as you can identify it so you can get the ID for it, Peter. It's similar to Elemental. I think. I'm pretty sure in Elemental you had to get the ID, or maybe not. I might have to look at that. Okay, shall I log in? Should we log in and have a look at that and just see that? Because from memory, I can't recall, mate. If I'm honest, I can't recall. So let's just go into staging my website. How is everyone, by the way, on this Tuesday? It is freezing. It is seriously freezing here today. Oh, sorry, it's not a question. Hey, Mark. Hey, Andrew. By the way, tomorrow's live chat, 12 till 1, it's going to be me and Mark Newman. We're going to be on screen together, not in the same room. We're spread out, across different locations, but we're going to be on screen tomorrow. So tomorrow's live chat, I think, is going to be pretty interesting because we get to talk to each other as well. Share ideas, answer your comments, and just basically talk about, the mastery modules as well. And don't forget, we've got our Black Friday started. Andrew, you asked about Black Friday, by the way. The Black Friday has now started. Okay, so if you go to the Web Squadron website, .co.uk, go to the mastery modules page, everything on there, all of them, is 40% off. It's 40% off. I know, even I'm wondering, does Mark want to come on his birthday? There you go. What George just said, element D, border radius 250. But yeah, once you identify it, you can then do you can do what you want with it. Pickstar says a circle is a very high number. What does it, Peter? A circle is a very high number. Yeah, hey Chilster. Yeah, so with regards to the timing, I'll tell you why I do daytime. 12 till 1 fits quite well with the UK market in terms of lunchtime. So there's a higher chance people might join. It also fits with the early morning period with America, not so much, and a bit of the afternoon with the European market. And also I've got to be aware of the Asian market as well. So we have a lot of viewers from India, Pakistan, going down to Thailand as well. So I'm a bit aware of the time differences that we've currently got. I am thinking about doing some more evening sessions soon. I just got to play around with the best time to go for at the moment. Sorry, just checking the comments coming in. Sorry, Peter. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, I couldn't remember with bricks. So, Brian, when you bid a website, a low ball rate, it desaturates your entire market. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm one of those people now where I don't like to go for the lower priced market at all. You know, when you first start off, you kind of start there. But now I don't really want to be building a website for anyone that's less than a basic cost of $1,000, right? You know, because I now value the amount of time and effort we put in, so it's got to be up there. Yeah, I'm just reading what Brian has said. That it's all good tips there, actually. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you have not watched it already, pricing, please do go and watch that video we put out today. I would like to hope that you will watch it, and I would like to know your views on it, especially in the comments, whether it's on the live chat or the video. Do you think it makes sense? Because one of the key things I'm trying to demonstrate is that if a business is worth that amount, right, and then you give them a website and now they're worth this amount because they're now getting more income or leads or services or products, right? The value has gone up. That increase in the value, what you charge for the website should be a cut of that. It is very potential. It is very virtual, but that's how I like to approach it. Hey, Greg, great to have you here, my friend. Hope you're okay. What's the time for you, Greg? And by the way, Brian, what's the time? Is it early morning for anyone at the moment? Just so I can get a bit more of an idea of timing, because I think it's going to be, 5, 6 in the morning for some of you? Is it really early in the morning? Yeah, exactly, Pickstar. And I think that's... So this comes down to how I kind of go with... you have your basic price. Of course, WooCommerce, appointments, all of that, you would increase your price. But then what you then do is, if you're going to do... So that's your baseline. If you're going to do SEO, this is extra. If you're going to do good performance and all of that, there's a bit more extra. So there's what I call the expansions, or the add-ons, or the extras, or stuff like that. And I kind of make it, what's the word? A pick and mix, a menu for the client. Especially when a client says to you, oh, that's too expensive. And that's when you kind of say to them, okay, fine, we'll build your website, but it won't be submitted to Google. You can get, you can get it done cheaply or whatever, but if you don't get the right lucrative keywords, that's a key word there. We're not just talking about keywords. We're talking about lucrative keywords, right? What's going to work? What are people searching for? And if you don't index it and submit it properly, your sitemaps. Do you know how many people I've worked with and they go, oh yeah, we did our rank math, but the statistics aren't showing up. And I go, did you submit yours sitemap? Oh no, I thought rank math did that. I go, no. You still have to go into Google Search Console. Rank math might do it, but you got to make sure it's actually gone through. And then if you sell products, you need to do the sitemap for your products as well. And then connect up to analytics. In fact, that's reminded me. Do you know what? I knew there was something I forgot. I need to do a video. About GA4, because you know how Universal Analytics is going out of fashion. I need to do a video about if you have Universal Analytics set up with your current rank math site or any other rank math site or any site, to be honest, what do you have to do to make sure you are now covered with Google Analytics 4? Because I bet a lot of people are just kind of ignoring it and not doing it. Right, exactly, Greg. Sorry, I'm a bit late on the questions there, Brian. Greg, it's early morning for you. Greg, yeah, what is the business value to you? Pavel, if you run a business, you want to make more money, then there is no other way than to increase the value. Yeah, absolutely. And this is where you have to believe in yourself, okay? You have to believe in yourself and what you offer, and you know that you're not talking shit. You are not pretending to have the ability, right? I have never built a multi-vendor website, other than a directory, but not a multi-vendor like Amazon type. I haven't done that yet. Would I put myself out there to do it if I knew how to do it, or I knew I could speak to people or learn how to do it? I would do it. But I'm not going to go out there and go, yeah, I build multi-vendor websites. No, I'm not going to do that. But if you believe in yourself, get rid of imposter syndrome, know what you can do, and you're doing it well, you can increase your prices. Exactly, and I love that. I love what Pavel has said there. You know, one premium client could be the value of 4 low-budget problematic ones, and they want everything for nothing. Oh, I want this, I want that, change this, change that. Higher-paying clients can be difficult, but the majority will be quite professional as well, because they're not going to give you the kind of shit they would expect to have put onto them by another business either. You know, it's mindset. Yeah, you know what, Dave? I've completely skipped the football this morning just because I've been focusing on, number one, looking after my cat. He is not doing good at all. He's not doing good at all. And I had to just quickly record a couple of videos as well. You know what, Mark? Something I said just before you jumped on. We should maybe think about doing like a live event one day. Like, people are obviously going to have to pay to attend, but we should think about doing a live event. I don't know, somewhere like Nottingham or somewhere, because it's not central, but it's central-ish, isn't it? Somewhere in Nottingham, I don't know, like a live day event about Elemental and WordPress and building websites and marketing, clients, pricing and stuff like that. We should think about doing something. I would like to think that people would pay and attend. Just an idea. Based on something someone messaged me for as well. They put a message in our Web Squadron Facebook group, and I chatted to them, and they've said that they think there would be a big appetite for people to come and do that. But hey, I don't know. We will see. What was the score, by the way? I haven't even seen the score. What was it? Do you know what? I'm totally oblivious right now to what the score was. I don't even know. I am totally oblivious. I kid you not. I have not put the TV on. I haven't even been listening to the radio. I've been looking after my cat, head down getting on with video recordings, sorting out some other stuff. Mark, we're going to have to really cover our costs if we go for Europe. Wow. I've just seen the score. Wow, that is wow. That's yeah, that is totally unexpected. Yeah, absolutely. Right, back to the questions. And by the way, please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. Quick question. What percentage of the website you do are having an e-commerce? Do you know something? There's been a drop. When we first started off, it was like 50-50. Now, if I'm being honest, this year, I've helped someone out with a WooCommerce website. The rest... Oh, no, hang on, I lie. Actually, no, let me break it down. We've built some directory websites where we used WooCommerce as well, but that was for a separate... It wasn't really a shop, right? It was selling the facility for them to add to the directory. But this year, for the whole of 2022, I don't think we've done a proper full-blown WooCommerce website, which sounds really strange, but I'm finding there's almost like... I don't know, I feel like it's tailed off for us, which I don't mind, because sometimes WooCommerce websites used to get me mad, right? You know, you end up doing so much work for them. Hey, Satanish. Hey, Maddie. Hope you're okay. But other than helping Maddie out, we haven't really done a start-to-finish full WooCommerce website this year, which I'm not fussed about. I really am not bothered about. You know, I don't care. So Red Hot, people like Apple just need a WooCommerce as a plugin if done. People like... yeah, Red Hot, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, you might want to think about how you present it, because you're going to give the user the option to pick certain variations and stuff like that, maybe, I think. You know, stuff like that. Hey, for everyone that's joining, if you've not hit like, please do hit like, because it massively helps out the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you haven't already, go over to websquadron.co.uk to our mastery modules, where we are now doing the 40% sale. Now, if you've already purchased it in the past, I know you're going to go, what? But look, if there is any items you haven't purchased to help you out with your business, your marketing, your planning, or... Oh. Sorry, I noticed there was a bit of a buffer there. There was a bit of a buffer, but I think we're okay now. Are we okay? Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, I think there was a bit of a buffer delay there, but we're fine now. What was I saying? Yeah, the mastery modules, right, okay. I do recommend that you go over, have a look at them, because there's a 40% sale, Black Friday. It ends Monday, the 28th. No, hold on. 28th of November. Midnight. Well, you still have Monday, but when you get to the end of Monday, the prices go back to normal, and we won't be doing another sale. Okay, I'm telling you now, the Black Friday sale is the only time we're going to do a sale, and then that's it. And there's going to be more modules appearing after the Black Friday sale that we're just finalizing and getting on there. But if you have been looking to learn and the prices weren't quite right for you, you've now got an option for 40% off. And by the way, that 40% isn't just on the modules. If you want to book us for like a 1-hour consultation or a half-hour consultation, the 40% applies to that as well. And I'm not doing that because we're desperate for money. I don't want you to think that. And I'm not doing that because we don't have people hiring us to do stuff. No, I'm only doing it because, well, basically everybody else is. Bertha's doing it. Atrim's doing it. Every plugin and theme under the sun is doing it. You know, even the birds and bees are doing it. So why not? We might as well do it as well. I'm just going to close a few tabs because I think we're getting a bit of a buffer issue at the moment. But hopefully we should be all right. Okay, cool. Just check the comments that are coming in. Satanish talking about AI imagery. Yeah, Matt Vid Pro AI. You mentioned that before. I haven't gone in and looked at it yet, but I will be doing that pretty soon. Well, look, Razu, okay. I would say add it in, because whether you get any customers or not who want a WooCommerce website, Whether you get them or not is slightly, I don't want to say irrelevant, but it's, if you offer it, it's there. And if anyone comes to your website, they know from the get-go what your prices are. So they're not shocked later on. Hey, Gary, by the way. So I would say go for it. Put it in. It's always better to have it there. And if no one buys it, who cares? And if they do, they know what the prices are. Yeah, smash that like button. Mihir, do you think web designer is saturated? No. I can tell you now, Mihir, people said this 10 years ago. People said this 3 years ago, 2 years ago, last year, last week, today, you, right now. People say that all the time. But here's what you got to think about, okay? Here's what you got to think about. People used to say that about lawyers. Oh, there's a lawyer everywhere. Oh my God, I went down the high street and there were like 5 barristers, solicitors. How many solicitors do you need, right? Estate agents. Oh, you go down stores, there's a estate agent here. How many people do you need to sell a house? What you have to remember is, okay, let's pretend in the entire world right now there are 5 web designers. That's it, for the entire world, right? The world, that they cover the entire world, okay? And then you got 5 more pop up. They might do something different that these don't do. They now cater for today's market. They cater for a different market, a different niche. Maybe 2 of those die or retire. I don't know. They stop working. Well, now there's a gap for them to come in. So, and also at the same time, what if of these 5, 3 of them are Fiverr developers? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Fiverr. So if you work on Fiverr, good for you. But they just do the low budget websites, and unless it's built with a template or a theme that they can just plug in, they're going to struggle a bit with whatever. That's where these people come in. And at the same time, you can almost argue about the types of websites, right? Do they do WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy, right? So there's going to be different skill sets for different people. And I think that as long as you can find and get work, as long as you can build a reputation, word of mouth, don't set your sights too high. Okay, let me tell you now. There are people who put videos out there saying, I just earned £1 million as a web designer. I'm earning £20,000 per web design. I'm not, I'm just saying it. And I don't like that, because that's a false economy when you start doing that, because that's not reality all the time. That really isn't reality, okay? So you got to look at, what are you getting? What could you get? What is your market? What is your area? What are your customers willing to pay as well? Can you break out of that? You probably can, but can you do it? Will you do it? And then you have to kind of go, right, this is what I know I can get. If I work hard, this is what I can get. What you get afterwards is the gravy. All right? Exactly what Brian just said there. SEO is dead. I hear that all the time. It's all over social media. It's really weird. They go, SEO is dead, and they're using social media as well. And I'm like, yeah. Francisco, I'm not too sure about a good text-to-AI voiceover. I have to be honest, I've tried out quite a few. I've never been properly convinced by a lot of them. They all still have that little bit of a robotic tone, just creeps in. They sound normal, and then they go like this. This robotic tone always kicks in sometimes. Hey, Paul from Switzerland. Hey, Catherine. If I didn't say hi to you, really sorry. Indapre, I'm sure I said hi to you earlier. Red Hot. Who is your idol, inspiration, reference in design? Ooh, that's a good question. My inspiration for design is the internet. My inspiration for design is, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but it's the internet. Okay? I want to build a website for a dentist. I go on internet and see what's happening, what designs, templates, themes, what are people building, what's out there, you know, what's competition doing, what have the other dentist websites got. Maybe I'm doing a website for a shoe shop. Again, you just go on the internet, and it doesn't even have to be a shoe shop. It just has to be a nice design. It could be a design for someone's CV. Someone has got an online CV, right? But the design would work for a shoe shop. Do you get what I mean there? It doesn't have to be a shoe shop design. Oh yeah, that's really good. Yeah, oh, I like that. No. You could be inspired. And you've got to think of it like movie posters. Sometimes a style comes out and people are then using that style elsewhere, even though the type of movie is completely different to what that one was. So you got to start thinking about what you're doing there. Sorry, let me just check the questions on here. Yeah, I mean, so that's what I meant by Francisco. So I have seen some. There are some on, I can't remember their names. There are quite a few. However, I'm not completely convinced. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, wow. George has just sent me a picture where he's taken some images that were 17 gig. What the hell, George? 17 gigabytes of images. He put them through bulk resize and it's pushed it down to basically 10%, George, isn't it? 10%. Do you know what, George? That has made my day. Oh, no, man. What have I done here? I've just done something to my machine. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty impressive, George. So wait, 14 gigabytes. Don't worry, George, but 14 gigabytes down to 1.4. 1.4 gigabytes is still a lot, but I bet, George, how many images was that? That must have been a heck of a lot of images. But that's the power of bulk resize photos.com, and it is so smooth and quick and slick. It's sick. Yeah, you are right, Gary. A lot of people do say that about because of the amount of changes. Andrew, what was the plugin you recommend for page copying? Doubly. I think it was Doubly. I did a video on that. It was called Doubly. No, do you mean duplicate? Duplicate this. Don't you mean duplicate? Or even WP Vivid. WP Vivid does page copying, which is good. What else was it? I can't remember now. Duplicate this is the one you might be thinking of. Hey Maggie, sorry you came in earlier. I didn't see your name pop in there. Nice one, Dave. Nice one. Love to hear your progress with the CSS grid and how you're finding it. There you go, man. I mean, George, 14,000 images. But, I mean, George, let's give us some values here. How long did it take for bulk resize? I mean, it would have taken a while. You know, it wouldn't have been super quick. But how long did that take? How long did that take to do the 14,000 images? Catherine, what is your take on CSS Grid? And do you think it should be in page builders? Okay, right. The impression I'm getting, because I haven't played around a lot with CSS Grid, the impression I'm getting is that CSS Grid is better than Flexbox. So Flexbox Container is kind of like, you know, is good. I can't remember. I can't remember if WP Vivid does do page duplication, or was it a different plugin? Or was it FastPress? Hold on. I can't remember now. Was it FastPress? No, it wasn't I think it was. I can't remember. Was it WP Vivid? Do you know what? I really can't remember. But yeah, with Flexbox Container, it allows you to kind of, you know, have some fancy layouts and stuff like that. I mean, 5 minutes, George, it's still quicker than you doing it manually, right? Can you imagine doing 10 or 20 at a time in 10 tiny PNG, or even if you have an online plugin on your website, it would be like that. It would be so slow and maxing out your server. But CSS Grid, because in a way, you know, a page, our pages, they are in a way a grid, right? It's like a grid. You know, you have this here, you have that there. Everything is a squared page. Everything in the world is a squared page. We're all living in a matrix, people. So, I mean, some people did say when Elementor did Flexbox Container, they've taken so long to do it, they should have gone straight into a CSS Grid approach rather than a Flexbox Container. But I'm going to be, I mean, a really good way for me to test it out is when Bricks bring out their CSS Grid, which I think will be pretty soon. Brian, before he forgets, do you have something current video-wise for parallax? What kind of parallax effects were you thinking of, Brian? Because I would say I have got some videos, but I would say, what are they trying to do? Is it like image and words behind, in front? Is it lots of images layered? So as you scroll down, the images that are closer to you move slower, whereas the images that are further away move faster. So you get a real like dramatic, kind of like a cinematic parallax effect. What were you thinking there, Brian? I mean, in terms of that. To be honest, Gary, I like what you said there. Hand code, I can't be arsed bothered with that. But you are right. I mean, I would like to think that Bricks bring out their CSS Grid pretty soon, and then we can start to play with it on the Bricks Builder. Reminder, if you have not had a look at it at the moment, we put out a video. And this was on the back of a lot of questions that we get. And also, I hear of a lot about how can I charge more? And I hope today's video resonates with a lot of people. And I would love it if you shared it to other designers and people as well, because I think it's something that they do need to understand, especially when they doubt themselves. Yeah, I mean, okay, Brian, so if it's nothing fancy, then I would just say the easiest way to explain it is to just, you know, elemental section. You might have a motion effect as they scroll up and down with the back image. Then you might have another image in front of it with an absolute positioning. And then you set another motion effect. And then you have another one motion effect, another one motion effect. You know, however you do it. You make sure your section overflow is hidden. You have your wording. And this is the great thing. You got to be very careful on the size of your images, though, okay? Because you don't want to slow things down. But you could have a background image. You could have an image here. You could have words and another image. And as you scroll up and down, the words, they're in front of one image, which moves at a different speed to the background. But there's an image in front of the words, so the image disappears behind the words. But it's all done at a... Remember, what is closer to you is slower. What is further away is faster. And what you then get is a real cinematic kind of like... How to explain it? It's a bit like, if imagine my hand is moving up, it's like that behind. It's almost like it's almost like you're on a hill and you're all of a sudden going like this, whoa. Or even, it'd be like going, whoa, like you're looking into it now. Not looking out, you're looking into it. And that's how it kind of starts to move. I'm not sure how I'm explaining that very well, but I might have to do another video on parallax, I think. I think it's about time I did one. I haven't done one for a while. I hope you like my white... This is a book of just whiteboard, right? It's just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets, which are double-sided whiteboard book with my ultra-fine... That is ultra-fine, by the way. You can see it probably there. It's an ultra-fine... It's not ultra-fine, but it's pretty fine for my book. And I can just write notes on it and wipe them off. So that's another cool way of not wasting paper, in a way. Right, hey Mel, hey Mia, glad to have you here. Razu, thanks for the latest video. Super value. Yeah, I mean, look, the greatest tip I can give to everyone is that everyone has to start somewhere. Not everyone, unless you know you're part of some secret organization where people are going to pay you to build a website, are going to be able to demand high prices. You got to start somewhere. Low cost, get your reviews, go up a notch. You charge a bit more, get some reviews, reputation, you go up a notch. This is what you want to be charging for a basic website. This is what you want to be charging. But when you start off, you might be charging 25% of that. And then you work it up. And when you get there, you stick at that, right? That's your baseline. That is your baseline. But when you know you've got a business that you know they've got a budget set aside, or there's potential for this to really amplify how successful they're going to be, you need to be charging 5 or 10% of that potential win. Why should you be building a website for them for like $500 if they're going to now come out with, hey, we're going to double our income. We're going to go from £50,000 a year to £100,000 a year. Yeah! But they're only going to give you £500. And they're probably going to call upon you when there's an issue. And they're going to say, hey, can you do this for me? You're being paid pittance. And remember, it's your time. Value your time. It's like saying to them, so you got a successful business and you're going to pay us $500 to build a website for you that's going to take 7 days. Would you accept $500 if you had to work for 7 days? You got to say it in a nicer way. You don't say it like that and pointing to them. But it's about that kind of, you got to spin your words around and almost say, you want us to build a website for 5 days, and it is literally, we're not just going to go, yeah, flick the mouse, yeah, boom, it's done. No, this is easy. There's effort required and thinking, problem solving as well here and there. Would you do 7 days work for $500? Now, if they're a small business, they probably would. But then that kind of influences your conversation, and would you even go in with a proposal in the first place? But if they're earning, you got someone now, he's earning £20,000 net profit after paying his overheads and his employees. Net profit, $20,000 a month, right? So he's earning $5,000 a week net profit. He's doing pretty well here, net profit, and he's going to pay you $500 for a week's work. And you could argue the value is different because he's got a business and he's got products and you're just a web designer. But that's the thing I hate. You're not just a web designer. All right? You are a creator. You are a creator. You create things. You are not. We are not. Everybody right now, don't care who's in your room. If your wife, your dad, your mum, whoever, don't care who's in there. We are web. No, we're not web. I said it wrong. Stop. If you interrupted anyone in your rooms, just calm them down. You're going to say it again. We are creators. Shout it out. Go on, open your window. Go out your door right now. Shout it. And if you get done for that or the police come, that's your problem. Yeah, Mel, looking forward to when you get your plugin out there. Yeah, I mean, I would say, Brian, okay. You know what, Brian? If you're ever able to share with me some images, you've got my email, info@websquadron.co.uk. This is a message for Brian Harper. Look, you got my email, info@websquadron.co.uk. If you can give me an idea of what they were after, and you can share with me the images or the text, something, because I want to do a video on parallax, right, effects, using just Elementor, right, nothing else, just Elementor. Can you share that with me? Because I might then use those images or that content to create the video, if you're willing. And if you're not willing, don't worry, okay? But because I'm going to do something soon anyway. But if you're willing, you know where I am, okay? And if I can't do it, I'll tell you I can't do it. But let's just see what we can get done. Because you definitely don't need a plugin. You don't need fancy code either, right? You really, really don't. Nice one, Brian. It's just, because what would happen is I would go away and go, right, what should we do? But if I've got a feeling for what you want to do, it helps to influence the video I'm doing. And if I'm going to do it anyway, hey, what the hell, right? Spectra Pro. Do you know what? I haven't really played with Spectra enough to make a judgmental decision over how good it is. Hey, Toho Kangas, how are you? Pickstar got asked what he creates. What shall I answer? You create solutions, Pickstar. There you go. What do you create? You could say I create websites. However, the website is a solution to a problem or a gap. Right? Someone is frustrated. Someone is not getting sales. Someone is not getting out there. Someone is not getting recognition, appreciation. Their social media posts have nowhere to land to. You are creating a solution. So if anyone says to you, what do you do? You go, hey, yeah, I create solutions. I create digital solutions. Do you see what I did there? Next time someone says to you, hey, what do you do? Yeah, I create digital solutions. They're going to think, whoa, do you create apps? Well, we create products that look great on the mobile phone. I didn't say we create apps. And if someone says, well, could you create an app? No, we don't do apps. But we create digital solutions that are responsive for the mobile, right? You say that to someone, next time they go, what you do? They're going to go, oh, responsive. What, you mean you touch it? And you go, yeah, you use your finger. It's not going to like talk back to you unless you've got a chat bot. So then it does talk back to you. Shit, we've just built Skynet AI here. But, yeah, that's what I'm going to say to everyone now. Right, and by the way, don't forget to hit like, whether you like it or not. You're going to click like, okay? If you want to say you're a web designer, yeah, you're a web designer. Or a web creator, right? Or you're a digital problem solver. You're a digital problem solver. You're a DPS, which sounds like... Isn't DPS a courier service? Anyway, I don't know now. Responsive, wow. I mean, Brian, I'll tell you what, we would all love to have a responsive Uranus, right? I tell you what, sometimes after a curry, you have a burning hot Uranus. That's when the planet, I tell you what, if anyone says to you, what was that curry like last night? You want to say, imagine the planet Uranus crashing into the sun. There you go. That's the analogy of the day. The planet Uranus crashing into the sun. Yeah, there you go, Pickstar. No, you're a digital problem solver, right? If you say I'm a problem solver, they're going to go, oh, well, are you Pickstar? Right. Well, what happened was every morning I wake up and my belly button is full of fluff. How do I sort out the fluff in my belly button? So you might want to add the word digital, right? Because otherwise they will come to you with they'll go, here, what do you think of this? And you'll be like, what is this? And they'll be like, belly button fluff. You'll be like, oh, right? So you might want to just make that clear as to what they are. Hey, Carl. Yeah, do you know what's something, Carl? This is another great strategy you've got here. So when you're talking about the value of the time and all of that, exactly that as well. Do you want to spend the time doing it yourself? Do you want to pay someone less money and then after 5 days or a week get back something that did not meet your requirement, and you're not going to get that money back no matter how much you think, and you're not going to get a discount off me just because you paid someone $100? That does not mean I give you a discount. Oh, go on, George. George is going to tell us something. Listen to this. I can't wait to hear what George puts now. Nice one, Mel. Look forward to seeing how you get on with bricks. Absolutely, the website is a business. It is a business ID card. How many people use Instagram, Facebook, and all these other things, right? They advertise, and then they have a link, and the link just takes them to wherever. And they don't understand that the website is going to be this. Your website is where you put your FAQs, your products, your services, your contacts, details about you, more stuff than you can fit on your Twitter little snippet. Carl, I sell. Yeah, Carl, that sounds a bit. I sell customers. That sounds dodgy, but I get what you do. Oh, I like Andrew. Create digital solutions for online marketing. Oh, that now you see. Look, Andrew's on my wavelength now. Andrew, the actor, is on my wavelength. Hey, Sam, do you get clients through cold emailing? Okay, Sam. Right, let's have a think about this right now with cold emailing. Let me just double check some things. I wrote something down about this. I just want to make sure. Shall I mention this or not? Or save it? Right, okay, look. When you do a cold email, okay, Sam. Sorry, it's got to make sure I don't miss the email there. So when you do a cold email, rather than saying, hey, I'm Sam. I live here, I do this, I've been building websites for 20 years. Here's my costings. I don't do cold emailing. I don't like it. I don't feel it always works, and I feel like you're just going to go straight in the bin with half the people. However, if you are going to do it, if you really are going to do it, if I was to contact you now, Sam, I would first try and work out what is the problem with your current website. What are you doing? What are you selling? Is there a problem? Can I see a problem? Is it an old website? You know, blah, 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 blah. I might even go and do a search on Google for you. Try and find out more about your rankings or anything like that. Once I know more about you, when I email you, I'm going to then tell you about your website. Keep it short. Don't make it really long. What can I do to help you and your website? And can I give an example? A similar website or a similar organization or whatever. It doesn't have to be similar. They had this problem, and by doing X, Y, Z, it helps them to become more successful, bigger income. They've expanded. It's got to be a real example. Don't put a fake one in case they say, well, can I contact them then? You're going to get stuck then. So you could do that, but, you know, think about what you're doing. Right, Right, it's just reading what George says. Yeah, I like what Brian says, that I create products for our audience to help them achieve client goals. I like that. George, I made a shop for... Okay, so client, I made a shop for market. They told the marketer they don't have sales, so I gave her... Doesn't work. I gave my email and then held all emails. No. Ooh. Oh, no. Do you know what this sounds like, George? It sounds like there's too many people involved, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, Brian. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I got what the EVP was. Yeah. So Mel is saying, I build websites makes you sound like a commodity. Yeah, exactly, Mel. That's why I don't like to use that term, I build websites, because it does sound... People have a view of web designers. It's true, isn't it? Exactly what Brian said there. Cold emails 99% of the time will fail. Hey, Danny. A directory website, if we were going to build one, right, you'd be looking at a minimum of £3,500. Converted into dollars, that's going into the $4,000 mark bracket now. Something like that. No, oh man, George, you know, I tell you what, George, you do have some funny clients, my friend. You do have some funny clients. Hey, Stacey, how you doing? Great to have you here. Don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. It's super, super important. And if you weren't aware already, if you go over to websquadron.co.uk, we have got our mastery modules, Black Friday, 40% off. That is live right now. George has sexy time. I'm not sure about sexy time, but yeah, he does have some funny clients. One of the best phrases I've ever heard. We help you tell your story. After you say that, then you can get into the tactics you may... Yeah. We help you tell your story. Yeah, it feels more personal, doesn't it, Mel? You know, when you say to someone, we're going to help you tell the story or something like that, it feels more like on their level. You relate to them. And any way you can relate to them. So one of my strategies or tips is you want to be saying to the client, what are we going to say? Tell me about what's frustrating you. Tell me more about your business. Now, I'll be honest here. When a client spends 10 minutes talking about their business, you start to fall sleepy. But what you need to do is make notes, write down. The key things you want to know is how long have they been running? How successful are they? Do they mention their turnover anywhere? Like what they're currently earning or whatever? How much staff do they employ? Where do they want to be in 5 years' time? This information can be super, super important when you now start to try to convince them that you're the right person to help them out. But if you say to them, look, what's frustrating you? And maybe for the first time, they're able to, they go, oh, well, this has gone wrong and this isn't working and I want to do this and I want to do that. You almost become their counsellor in a nice way, but by giving them the opportunity to sound off, you will find out what the problems are and how you can solve them. Oh, got it, George. Right, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it is a shop, George. I'm sure it is. No Code Creative. I quite like that name, No Code Creative. Hey, Wayne. Quite a nice name, that. No Code Creative. Yeah, web solutionists. Yeah. I mean, I would even say don't put the word web in. Put the word digital in. Digital is kind of what we're working in anyway. And it has more swag about it. It has more kudos about it than if you just put the word web. As soon as you say web solutionists, someone might then say, what? Does that mean you fixed the internet cable? You're going to plug the Ethernet into my router? You know, you're going to give me faster internet? And you go, no, that's not what it is. So that's why I tend to go with digital problem solvers. Yeah, digital. I was going to say something then, but I'm not going to say it. I was going to say digital irrigators, like colon irrigation, where you clear out your colon. We are digital irrigators. We're going to clear out your shit. That's what we do. That's our motto. COYS. 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 We are coys. Clear out your shit. That's what we are. We're coys. Which sounds really weird. We're McCoys. Everyone here is a McCoys. I don't know. What would the M stand for then? Sorry, let's stop. I'm going off on a tangent. Pixar does work with cables. He's an IT problem solver. Yeah, very true. Oh, sack. I hate that, Brian. Seen that once. Not the word sack, but something similar. Someone's just... Oh, Francisco, do you want to put your comment back again? Do you want to put your comment back again? Yep, Gary. Well, to be honest, I was going to just say to everyone that we are now heading for the dreaded 2-minute warning. Mainly because I have a bad feeling. I have a very bad feeling. I'm just going to go check on my cat in a bit as well. So I'm going to give 2 minutes. Right, Francisco, I need advice on how to get $1,000 pending payment from a relative. Due to COVID, he wasn't able to pay for the last 2 years. That's no excuse, Francisco. Right, okay, so Francisco, let's get to the bottom of this, right, okay? Yeah, so I have thought about that. But what we have got is, Razu, is if you want to continue conversations and stuff like that, I know it's not the same as Discord, right? But you need to go here, right? You need to go to our Facebook group where we continue conversations. We can go and talk about stuff. It's not just it's WordPress related and all of that. But go to the Web Squadron group. Right, back to Francisco. Right, have you built a website? To be honest, Pickstart, I will go when I end the live chat, just in case it's not good. So I don't want to. I'll pick my moment and then I'll go. But let me just sort out. Thanks for asking, though. But I just want to check with Francisco. Is the website live? Is the website live? So come on, Francisco, get your finger on the keyboard. Answer the question. Is the website live? Where's the website hosted? Do you have any access to anything on that website? Nice one, Razu. Do you have access to anything on that website? So do you have anything? Do you have any access to that website? So I'll just take my t-shirt off. Gonna go check on my cat in a moment. So Francisco, yeah, it's live. And do you have access to the hosting? So when you say website and hosting domains, do you have access to, can you, like George has just said, can you suspend the website? Can you remove, I don't know. I don't want to sound malicious here, but if you've built a website and they've not paid for it, family friend or not, COVID or not, shit or good 2 years or not, and I know it's harsh. I know it's harsh, but there comes a point when, like, no, Brian. By the way, Brian. I mean, if you can find their wallet, if you can visit them, yeah, why not? But I would say, like Carl says as well, can you work out a payment plan, right? Even if it's weekly, just something, right? But if you can access the website, can you put it on? Can you suspend it? Can you suspend it? Oh, Andrew, it is flipping cold as well. It is flipping cold. No, the only reason I'm going to go check on my cat in a moment, and just check up on him. Yeah, I mean, Francisco, I would, yeah, so you got full access. If I was you, okay, hold on, there's something we've missed here, right? There's something we've missed here, everyone. What is the website for, Francisco? What is the website for, Francisco? What is the website for? Is it an adult channel? Is he selling products? Is he selling shoes? What is the website for? What is the website for? What is the website for? Is it like pirate cinema movies? What is it for? Because if the website is really important and generates an income for him, then if the website goes down, he's going to sit up and take notice. If the website is just a brochure website, which isn't really like anything majorly important, car rental, right? Does he make money on that website? It's a static website, but does he make money on that website? Does he generate income? So it's a static website, but does he generate income? Is it a moneymaker for him? Because unless it's a moneymaker, unless he's actively promoting it, unless he's actively advertising it, and it's on his social media, here's my website link, and people are clicking and going to it. I mean, how many visitors does he get a day, a month? Unless it's like worthy, he ain't gonna care if you take it down. So that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the impression here that Francisco has chased a lot. I'm getting the impression he has chased a lot, and this relative, family friend, uncle, I bet it's your uncle, isn't it? Why do we build websites for our uncle? I never have, and I never will. But, Francisco, is that website making money for that person? and then we'll end the live chat in a bit. But is it making money for them? I really hate it when a client changes things and they've just sent another image. Flipping heck. Right. Domains are unique. Right. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So let's just go back here. How many visits does his website get, Francisco? And what I mean by is he making money? Does that website advertise something where he's going to make money? And that's the thing you got to understand. So, I mean, are you willing to share the URL to me? And I will not put it on screen. So, Francisco, I will not put it on screen. But if you email me the website link right now, and I will not put it on screen, I will quickly look at it and I'll give you my evaluation of what I think in terms of, is this website something that is really important to him, or is it just a brochure, hello, website kind of thing? info@websquadron.co.uk. You know, this is your chance, Francisco. This is your chance. Email me info@websquadron.co.uk. Websquadron.co.uk. All right. If you email me right now, I will have a look right now, but I will not put it on screen for obvious reasons. This is your opportunity, mate. This is your opportunity. Exactly what Brian says there. You could find out what the visits are. You must be able to see the visits, the analytics. You must be able to see that if it's being hosted or you've got full access or something. You must be able to get that. But if you want to email me, this is your last chance. Last chance. Going. No, just going to give you like 30 seconds. If you want to do it, this is your chance, mate. Oh, Mark Newman, you've just emailed me. I'll get back to you, Mark. All right. It's in one of my emails. I'll forward it to you, Mark. Okay, I've just got to dig it out. Mark. I can't even remember myself, if I'm honest. Ah, here you go, Mark. I've got it. Right, I'm just going to quickly email you, Mark, okay? If you're still listening, Mark Newman, I'm going to email you, right? That's got the link for the that booking form you just asked about. All right, you'll get an email in about... You're going to get an email in about 1 minute. Oh, shoot. No, sorry. Right, okay, yeah, Francisco, done. You emailed. Have you emailed? Right, let me just close down my email and open it up again. Yeah, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I will definitely have a look at that. Right, I am now going to go. Right, so it's a bus rentals website, okay? I'm looking at the website now. Basically, it's advertising bus rentals. It advertises services in it, but there is nothing on here to... Okay, right. So my impression of this website, okay, is that it's not like selling anything per se. In fact, it's not selling anything. It's not an SSL website either, but I'm just saying that. If I was you, I would suspend it. I would put it into maintenance mode. Right? Because... Then again, though, he's not got a Facebook or a Twitter. There's no link on here for anything. The copyright on this website says 2014. It's pretty out of date, Francisco. But I would say so put it on maintenance. Go for it. Put it on maintenance. It's time to go on maintenance. Right, I need to really go check on my cat. Okay, everyone. Please hit like if you've not hit like already. Tomorrow's live chat will be me and Mark Newman, and hey, we'll talk about whatever we want to talk about. I've got to say goodbye to everyone, okay? Ahmed asked the question, do you use Jet Engine? I use ACF. I use pods for custom fields and custom posts. I don't use Jet Engine yet. I may be doing it in the future. Right, everyone, take care. Like, subscribe, share, and follow. Hey, Paul, offer them a payment plan. It is a good idea. A payment plan, maybe. But then again, if they're not replying to you, I feel like it's a lost cause. You know, I feel like it's a lost cause, and I would just put it on maintenance. You know, I ain't got time to shit around and pick out my belly fluff from my belly button or whatever. I ain't got time for that. See you all soon tomorrow, and I'm sure I will update people and let you know how things are. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be good news later on today. Take care. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.